explain this to the blind. May you wake up from inside, see the truth through the third eye. Let your heart be your guide, light up the way. Let your heart be your guide. Free from your pain, it ain't a mistake, cause you choose your fate. Hi guys, I hope you're having an amazing, beautiful, positive day. I am sending you so much love and so much peaceful, balanced energy all the way from New York. It is Feels with Meesh. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for showing up for me, for giving me your ears, your love, your attention, your time. I appreciate it so much. What a journey this has been, my friends. What a journey. Now, for those of you that are just joining me, welcome. Thank you. If you go back and you listen to my very first podcast, there was major shifts in my energy. And for those of you that have been listening with me throughout my journey, we have been going through these shifts together. And, you know, I am a prime example of how we change our life and where that starting point is. And that you have the power to do that. You know, that old version of me that I listen to when I go back and I just reflect a bit and I hear those past podcast posts that I made, the episodes, they're just not me anymore. It's an old version of me that I have shed that skin. I have healed that part of myself. I've detached from who she was. And I can honor who she was. You know, it's so interesting. I'm on a twin flame journey. And my twin flame is actually the reason that I started my podcast. He's been my biggest muse. He's been the biggest motivation behind everything I do. He is the person that motivates and inspires me without even realizing it. And for those of you that are on this twin flame journey with me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's this unspoken word, this bond, this connection that you share with this person that you just feel so connected to them even when you're not with them, that they motivate so much of what we do. And you know, that very first podcast that I posted was going through separation. And I'm sure I shared this in the last episode. And I do want to talk a little bit more about twin flames because for those of you on the journey, you know, this is not for the weak. This is higher love. This is God leading you back to yourself to become the best version of who you are through somebody mirroring that process to you, right? The love and the bond that you feel for this person is more than you've ever felt for anyone else in your entire life. And it is a divine love. It's the love that God is going to show you closest to source, the closest that you will ever get to God is through love. And this love is just presented to you in the most chaotic way. And I keep getting the message of 222. Well, it is 2022. The number 222. What is the number 222? Well, it is divine partnerships. God keeps revealing this message to me. Genesis 2:22 speaks of the rib of the man being the woman and how God created woman for man, and this divine partnership and harmony that is expressed through the masculine and the feminine coming together and being whole within the self, and then coming together to be whole within each other, really birthing this divine love on planet Earth. You know, relationships are so surface level. Social media and
trauma and disconnect has, pulled people away from really feeling from their heart space. And the divine feminine comes here living in the space of their heart. And we're here to balance out that energy within us. And the divine masculine comes here in their head, mastering themselves, in their ego self in this 3D reality, right? The 3D reality is run by the ego. 3D physical things, tangible things. And they come here to master that. My divine partner is a master manifester. He is beyond intelligent when it comes to 3D physical manifestation. And myself, I have had to teach myself this through their example, through his example, through people that master 3D physical, tangible experience here. Those are people that are an example for me. And that is how I've learned this mastery within myself. I mean, it's a journey. I'm not perfect and I'm not fully there yet, but I have worked out the kinks within myself, those blocks, right? Because what it is just the blocks of our consciousness. It's the blocks in our mind that are keeping us from really obtaining what it is in our life that we desire. And the masculine has this mental strength. It is not emotional. It is a mental strength. They know how to pull things into their physical reality through that manifestation, having a knowing of what they deserve in this 3D reality, because those are the things that they desire most. They have attached their self-worth to those things, right? Before they met their counterpart, at least, before they met their divine person. And on the flip side, the feminine, myself, I came here feeling so much, right? We are so connected to the heart space, and because we come into this physical reality here in this human experience, feeling much deeper than those around us, we feel so out of place here. And then we go on this journey to really mastering our emotions, mastering ourselves from within. But no one can really truly be happy here if they're not connected to their heart space. Living from the soul through the heart. And that's why the divine feminine has this radiance, this glow, this energy about her or him, whoever holds that template. Because naturally, we are more connected to our heart. We live from the heart. We feel, we sense things. We have an inner knowing that other people have disconnected themselves from. This inner knowing is closest to source. And as we are closest to source, we are radiating in that life, in that love, and in that energy. This is what makes us so attractive to people. They can't quite figure it out. Well, what is it about this person? It might not even be the looks. It's just the energy. And it draws the masculine counterpart in because they have been so disconnected from their heart space that the minute that they meet the feminine, she awakens their heart space, activates their heart space, makes them feel, force them to feel their heart space. And that can be a very scary thing because they have closed themselves off, much like the rest of humanity, closed themselves off from their heart space, right? And as the masculine is triggered, the feminine then the feminine then gets triggered because that rejection wound that we have lived in our entire life, feeling just so out of place in this world, wanting so badly, wanting so badly to be loved and understood and acknowledged, the masculine then triggers that wound. And we then feel all of that pain that is necessary for us as the feminine to align with our life, align with our purpose and our happiness, and really truly come into that self-love where we are not dependent upon others for our happiness. It is something that we find from within. And I keep getting 222 everywhere. I'm seeing it everywhere. It's because God is now showing me of the unions that are coming in for most of us, twin flames that have been on this journey for some time. For myself, it's been 5 years. And those shifts that I've gone through, the love that I have found within myself is the guiding light for my masculine counterpart, my love, my twin flame, to then be the example within himself of what I have, been able to live through. As he is the example for me to come into manifestation and really be empowered and a master in my own life, I am then the example for him to be confident in his connection to source and God, and really just live from his heart and truly love himself. We are a match in energy. You see, twin flames, they are birthed from the same source. I think that so many people misunderstand the twin flame journey, what it really means and where you really come from. I see a lot on mainstream world stage where they talk about, twin flames, you're half of a soul and you split. And this is not something I resonate with. What I've been shown by God is when a mother gives birth to twins, those are two separate humans, right? Two separate souls. But they come from the same source. And those twins come into this human experience here from their mother. And they have this telepathic communication. They have this deeper knowing and this resonance and this feeling and bond and connection to each other that nobody in this entire universe shares. Nobody. And so you and your twin flame might have been birthed at different times. You might be completely different ages. You might be from completely different countries and different backgrounds and different ethnicities. But you were birthed from the same source. And you share a bond and a connection that nobody outside of that connection will ever understand. It's not something that can be understood by the logical mind. It's something that you have to feel and know. And that confidence and trust in God and source is what brings us into that knowing. And where we sit in that knowing, that is where the union happens. Removing all fear, understanding who this person is to you, what they mean to you. And really, you could picture your life with them or without them, and what does that look like to you? And that is a journey of the self, right? The individual human, the individual soul, the individual twin flame, to live through their free will, to decide whether that life is with their twin or not. And this trust in belief and knowing who that person is to you and how much they mean to you, and really wanting that life with them, must come from the space of knowing how we pull that manifestation into reality. What we just know. There's no needing to make sense of it at all. It's just a knowing. So I am sending you guys so much love. For those of you on this journey, it is very difficult. But if you could go through my podcast list and do the healing work, I have been on this journey healing, and it has now brought me to this space here. And you have to trust and know that God will divinely bring it together when He feels you are ready, when the timing is perfect, divine timing. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you have an amazing, beautiful, positive day. You deserve it. If you want to book personal sessions with me for those twin flames that are on this journey, you're having a difficult time, you can book a one-on-one with me, and I will help you understand a little bit where you are in your journey, maybe the healing that needs to happen. You can email me booking@feelswithmeesh.com. You can go straight to my website, www.feelswithmeesh.com. If anybody wants to leave energy donations, there's an opportunity for that on the website as well. I appreciate all of your love. Thank you so much. Have a great day.